don't know if you've been keeping up, but basically lately, Isaiah Thomas been, he been kind of making the rounds as far as like some stuff he been saying about Michael Jordan. It just seemed like every time somebody put a microphone in his face,
Yeah.
it swings back to the mic conversation.
And if he's still bitter about the whole the dream team thing, I can understand that, man. But that was, man, what, damn near 40 years ago, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, go ahead, man. Isaiah, my guy. You know what I mean? But
Right,
stop beating
right.
that dead horse. Yeah, stop beating that dead horse, man. Yeah.
I dig Isaiah too, but then that's what made me think. We're like, well, what is it more to it than just that 92? Like him getting left off the dream team.
I think it's a lot, stuff that we don't know about. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Yeah, I
Is.
think it's stuff that we don't know about, man. But that ain't gonna make the people change their stance on anything. You know what I mean? So
It ain't. It ain't.
yeah, and I wanted to talk about that Giannis thing too, man. Like where you think he gonna end up? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Giannis. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, that is there more to it? Now, and then I looked into it. Now, around the time when Mike had that deal when he was first signing with Nike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Thomas had a sneaker deal too. He was with you remember the sneaker called Asics?
I remember Asics. Yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah.
Isaiah Thomas had that Asics deal, right?
Yeah, I remember them. And you know
And
what,
so,
Mike?
huh?
I never seen. I think the ones that Isaiah wore. What was I think they was the only basketball Asics I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? They like a running shoe. You know what I mean? They
Right.
like a
They
running
were,
shoe.
yeah. Yeah. And Asics had, I think they had also shoes like for soccer and
Right,
running.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, yep, yep,
Yeah, yeah. But they mainly had those running shoes. You're right.
yeah.
And so now that deal with Asics and Isaiah Thomas, I think Isaiah Thomas was trying to do the same thing, take off with Asics like Mike took off with Nike, right?
Right,
But
right.
then I think like the NBA and everybody, things just lined up with Mike
Exactly.
more so than they did with Isaiah. And I think that's another thing that Isaiah was mad about or felt
Yeah.
like every time it comes to like it seemed like Mike was always in the way of him leveling up.
And you got to remember, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He they beloved son. You know what I'm saying? He they beloved
Right.
son. And then might get drafted by Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And kind of overshadow Isaiah a little bit in his own city. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it might have been something, along those lines too, man. But like I said, I think there's a lot of stuff that we not, you know what I'm saying, we not up on. And
Yeah, yeah.
and man, and we don't need to be up on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
I mean,
yeah, we don't need to be up on it. It's just like, man, just let that go.
yeah, let it go, let it go. And then he probably I think he resentful about the NBA kind of they made him the villain and Mike the good guy. So it was
Right.
good versus evil.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what
right.
I mean? And so,
Yeah.
it was just a whole lot of stuff that went on with Isaiah and Mike. And then, they took on that bad boy image is something that, in my opinion, it's hard to market that successfully.
Yeah, right. Right.
You know what I
It
mean?
really was because I think even when Pat Riley came and kind of did that with the Knicks to a certain extent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Kind of did that with the Knicks to a certain. Now, I'm not going to say that's why they didn't win, you know what I mean, in New
Mm-hmm.
York or anything like that, but he kind of adapted that same type, rugged, rough,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, no layups allowed type, you know what I mean?
Right, right, right. Yeah. And then, yeah. And so it just like, it just seemed like a lot of the moves that Isaiah, that he made, it just, it put him in a bad light. The NBA focused more so on Mike because it was good versus evil,
Yeah.
And then when it comes to sponsors and stuff like that, like how do you market somebody with the bad boy image, especially into the long, you know what I mean, the long term about it, so.
Definitely not. Now you can do that in Detroit. You can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But not outside of Detroit.
Yeah, that
A
that.
lot of fans and stuff didn't like that type of. Play, called them dirty, things like that. So
Yeah. And also I was thinking, and what about because remember, think about historically Ali versus Frazier.
mhm.
And how that also was like a good guy versus bad, good versus evil. Ali, good guy. Frazier, you know what I mean? They put him as a bad guy. And even after Frazier years of fighting was over with, Frazier felt kind of resentful of how the media portrayed him, how Ali portrayed him, you know. So,
Actually, he felt, I think Ali was all into promoting and things like that. And I think Joe didn't really get that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
When Ali was banned, Joe gave him a couple dollars. Joe looked out for him. Joe gave him a shot at the title. You know what I mean? And then Joe, like, man, then you get up here in front of all these people, man, and talk about me that way, man. Joe was real bitter about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Joe was real bitter about that. And Joe, Ali tried to portray Joe as like a Uncle Tom or something like that, man. Joe grew up in Philly, man, rough and tumble, man. You know what I'm saying? He was born down south, parents sharecropping and stuff. Joe Frazier was far from that.
Right.
Joe Frazier was far from that, but a lot of us, like you say, a lot of us, you know what I mean, in the community, we back Ali. So like you say, we look at Joe as like the enemy.
Yeah. And Joe resented that, man, for years and years. But the only thing about Joe Frazier is Joe Frazier never he didn't usually speak on that publicly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm thinking if that's the strategy that Isiah Thomas probably should take when it comes to that, just like you said, just leave that alone because
just leave that alone, man. Isiah, you're one of the greatest players ever. You know what I mean? Top 50. You know what I'm saying? Players ever, man. So, you know what I mean? I don't want your legacy to be tied to you hating on Mike. You feel me? Yeah, man. Because his name, Isiah's name got brought up, rightfully so, during these finals. You know what I mean? Brunson made his run. You know what I'm saying? Isiah being the little guy to lead the team.
Right.
So, leave that Mike thing alone, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leave that alone, man.
Yeah, I just think it affects him like health wise, you know what I mean? Like mentally, it gotta take a toll on you.
Right.
Every time somebody stick a mic in your face.
And he not going, you know what I mean? Isiah get his due from the players that know.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to necessarily get his due from this new generation who never seen him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know what I mean? I ain't going to say a lot, but some of the people in this generation, they know about Isiah hating on Mike. Mm-hmm. They know about Isiah jealous of Mike. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what type of player he was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So
but, it's real crazy how that dynamics, because Isiah said when Mike got drafted to Chicago, he reached out to Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Told Mike, you know what I mean, where to navigate, you know what I mean, how to do things. He said, Mike, man, used to hang out with Isiah's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And all that. They used to hang out and stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. So maybe Isiah felt betrayed the way Mike saying they was undeserving champions and things like that, you know.
Yeah,
knowing how hard it is to win the championship.
Yeah, it is. It's hard, man. And then so that's some things I think early in these guys' careers, man, they don't really like people. You coming from humble beginnings, you don't really think about like how the media. Maybe young people now these days.
Yeah, they more media savvy. Yeah, they more media savvy now. Yeah, than they were.
But, it's how you go about things, how you start off, man. That stuff come back later on to haunt you. Yeah, and so it's just crazy, man, to see. But I do think that Isiah Thomas, a lot of people respect him because of like the player that he was.
That's right.
And just leave it at that, like same thing, when people talk about boxing and they bring up Joe Frazier, like if you know boxing, Joe Frazier was that dude.
Oh, ain't no question about it. Joe Frazier, I tell people all the time, Joe Frazier only lost to 2 people his whole career. That was Ali and George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? That's the only 2 people he lost to. I was like, man, Joe Frazier was him for real.
Yeah, man.
Him for real.
Yeah. So, when it comes to that media, man, you just can't. They got it sold up. If they want to make you look like only way you can avoid looking bad to the media is just not being in the spotlight at all.
Yeah, and even then, they're gonna find something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna find something wrong with that. Yeah. I'm gonna play the forward, Mike, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
That dude, the Banster, right? He spoke out, and he's the second player. The guy from I keep forgetting his name. The guy that went to Kansas. Remember the guy that was in Kansas? He worked out for the Wizards, and he ain't work out for nobody else. right?
Oh, that's yeah.
Now the Basta said he ain't working out for nobody. Say y'all, I don't need to work out for nobody. Y'all
Yeah.
see, y'all know what I can do. So do you think this is like a new thing with these players, Mike? They like, man, they don't want to. They feel like they shouldn't work out for teams. You just go by what you saw. You know what I'm saying when they was in school, you know, on tape, and they shouldn't have to work out.
I think it's going to backfire on some players. You know, like some players might have the leverage to be able to skip these workouts, right?
Yeah.
And they probably got a lot of you know, the footage and stuff out there. But I think like if somebody bringing you in specifically for a workout, it's something that they want to. It may be something that they want to see that you know what I mean. That you didn't display at the you know, when you was in school. Like for instance, for a guard, if you're a two guard in college, like remember Steve Francis, right? He was a two guard in college.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you bring Steve Francis in to work him out, you want to see what his ball handler skills is,
right?
And what his you know what I mean. Then you might want to put him in situations where he had to distribute the ball. We this workout well. Once we know you can score,
right?
You know what I mean. So we're gonna run plays where though we want to see how you operate in team settings.
I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes when you skip these workouts, you kind of hurt yourself because the team be like, well, the jury is still out. Can he distribute?
Right.
We know he can score, but can he distribute?
Right. Like you say, we don't really need him to score like that. I'm not saying just the best. I'm just using, you know, general. Right, we don't need him to come in and score 20. You know what I mean? We need him to run the offense. Yeah.
Yeah. So they like I said, they know you bring certain skill sets to the table. Like, all right, that's already in the bank.
Right.
But like, you know what I mean? Some other things, like, especially a team that's like, you know, we trying to build a championship here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were like, I think he can set the table for other people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and then so other teams might not see that in you. But if you don't go and you know what I mean, you don't know that they're not gonna have you doing the same thing in, you know, at a workout that you did in college, you know.
And Mike, you know what, man? When I was younger, I didn't know that. I thought when they brought you in to work you out, I thought it was like an individual workout. You know, like shooting drills, and I'm sure that's probably some of it. But I never looked at it like if you're a big man, they want to see you. I mean, and post up. You know what I mean, with somebody playing you. You know what I mean? I was, it was like just one versus none, so to speak. Yeah, I didn't. But like you said, they put you in the team. They put you in the team. And say get out there and run that offense. This is what we're trying to do. See how you. See if you get teams in the sets and things like that. Yeah, you're right.
Right. The Lakers, when they bought Kobe, and Kobe was playing against Michael Cooper, right?
Yeah.
And Michael Cooper, you know, at one-on-one, Michael Cooper is, you know, quick feet and he long and athletic.
Right.
So they, you know what I mean? Lakers probably want to see, well, how you going to do, like, because when you watch Kobe, his high school, is, you know, they up and down the court. He freelancing a lot of the times because he's so much more physically talented than everybody.
Exactly.
But when you focus, you're like, all right, well, what's going to happen when teams focus in on him and they put their best defender on him?
Exactly.
And after that workout, Mike Cooper said, you know what I mean? Mike Cooper, like, this kid got it.
Yeah, he official. Yeah, right.
He the real deal. So, you know, sometimes them agents, they thinking about it from a money perspective, right?
Yeah.
You know, don't go work out. That might, your stock might drop and all this other stuff.
And that's what I was saying, Mike. You know, and I can understand that to a certain degree. But if you can play, you can play. Like I go there and play, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it, you know what I mean? Let's lace them up. Let's get it, you know?
Yeah.
Just being a competitive, so to speak, you know, like I go in there and you know what I mean, we can bump. And
some kids purposely don't go, and then people don't let them go because they do have flaws and chinks in their armor. Like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Well, don't, you know, but if you got a kid, you know, like he legit, he could play ball. All right, man, come on, you know what I mean? Let's work them out. And their stock, you know what I mean? Some people stop rising in those situations.
That's what I'm about to say. It can go the other way. Now, maybe, you know, them guys are talking about the top four. Maybe they stock can't get no higher. I'm a top four, you know what I mean, regardless, so I don't have to go work out. And I can see that. You know what I mean? If you cream of the crop, like, I ain't got to go work out. You know what I mean? I'm still going to get drafted no later than, you know what I mean, pick 4. So, but like you say, some guys that might be middle first round, late first round, they go work out. You know what I mean? Like you said, they can improve their draft position.
Yeah, and so I think it's a big gamble. Like if you're a kid, man, and you coming out of college and you start trying to play those type of manipulative type games with people who've been doing this all their life, man. You got to be careful, man, that they don't. You know what I mean? It almost hurt that kid that's at Utah now. Remember the age? What was the kid? He the rookie for Utah winning last year.
Oh, damn. I know you're talking about, though. I know. Damn, what's his name?
Yeah, I forgot his name, too. And you know what I mean? He can ball.
Yeah, he can. He can play.
Yeah,
he can
ball. And then, you know, like.
And then it ain't help that Utah wanted to tank, too. You know what I'm saying? Then they be tanking and stuff like that, man, not playing them. You know what I'm saying? He putting the worst starting lineup out there and stuff like that. He was, man. That was.
Yeah, so, you know.
See, that's a lot of stuff going to play, Mike, not to cut you off. But a lot of stuff going to play. You got to understand or ask questions about, you know what I mean, what direction the team is heading, man. You don't necessarily get drafted by a team and they want to tank and they don't want to get no other players around and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because what they can do, they can hurt your development, and they, you know what I mean. They can hurt like how you are perceived publicly. You know what I mean. So, yeah, man. Especially if you the kind of player who just out there playing for the love of the game, and you passionate about the game, you get with an organization, and they draft you, and they still, even after they draft you, they're going to tank for at least a couple more years. You know what I mean? You know, be like,
and then they'll say you ain't living up to your potential. You ain't, you know what I'm saying?
And we'll pay you accordingly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's hard to shine in those type situations, man. That's why the NBA, man, you know, professional sports is just so political. And when you get with these teams, you don't always know what you're signing up for. You know.
That's when they say it's a business. That's when
you know,
business, man. Yeah, it's a business. You gotta go to a team
navigate.
Want to win. Yeah, you gotta go to a team that want to win ball games and stuff like that.
Man, I was thinking that like the Lakers, in my opinion, they hurt that kid. Remember Carl Knitt came out of Tennessee.
Yeah. I forgot about him, Mike.
I was. Me, you know, I liked that kid Carl Knitt when he came out of Tennessee.
Yep.
I think he a better scorer, in my opinion, you know, than Austin Reeves, right? But you know, and also who else? The Lakers, they let what's the guy the Lakers let go when they first got there? Then he went to Golden State and was with them when they won a championship. What's the dude name? I forgot his name. But anyway, man, you know, it's political. You don't always, you know, it's just political. It's unfortunate for ball players when they sometimes find themselves in that situation.
Right.
Yeah. Let me see. My man Kent says, good morning. Good morning, Urban. I grew up in the Ali Frazier era. Don't forget the motor mouth Howard Cosell. Yeah, Howard Cosell, man. He was. Hey, Tom, you remember Howard Cosell?
I remember.
Yeah, Howard Cosell, man, was a character, man.
Yeah, he was.
But it all went into, with Howard Cosell and the networks all went into promoting Ali and making Frazier, you know what I mean, the evil guy, the bad guy, you know, good versus evil.
Right.
Frazier never recovered from that, man. I think, like we said a few minutes ago, I don't think that Isiah recovered from that either.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna ask you this though, talk about you said something about Giannis, and like where Giannis could go at, right?
Right.
First of all, where do you think Giannis might end up at?
I think he might end up in Boston. And I say that because Boston may have the players to give back. You know what I mean? But they said they still might have to bring a third team in. The last one I saw, it had Jaylen Brown not going to Milwaukee, but going to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not going to Milwaukee, but going to Atlanta. They say Milwaukee, they're going to have to come off of their asking price for Giannis because they saying they asking for too much. And this is how it can hurt Milwaukee. You definitely don't want to give Giannis away, you know what I'm saying, for a bag of chips. You definitely don't want to do that. But what you don't want to do is you asking for, you know what I mean, everything in the kitchen sink that you don't get no takers. and then Giannis play this season out and then leave as a free agent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want that. So I can understand you say, look, we ain't gonna give him away, but you got to be realistic in what you asking for, you know what I mean, for him as well. You know what I'm saying?
So Milwaukee, they're back unless they can find a perfect deal real soon. Their back is already against the wall.
Yeah.
Because people know exactly what you just said, right? Like the organizations already know what you just said. But I think Boston will be a good fit for him. Somebody was telling me they thought that maybe OKC. Remember, OKC got a lot of assets.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Just imagine if OKC get him.
Yeah.
You know, OKC can almost get him without even giving up Chet Holmgren.
I know.
That is crazy.
You're right. They can almost get him without giving up Chet Holmgren.
Right.
You're right, man. Yeah.
So now you got somebody. You got him to help go against you know what I mean? What's the big boy name?
Wemby down in San Antonio. Yeah.
Like somebody that is going to be more formidable, somebody's more athletic, and somebody who's stronger than
that's right.
You know what I mean? Like you know, so it's going to be interesting, man.
It really is. It really, and I wasn't even thinking OKC. I really wasn't. They could come in and nab them and almost give Milwaukee what they're asking for, you know, because they want picks and they want players. You know what I'm saying? They want picks and players, and they might be able to be the one team that can do that.
Yeah, OKC got everything. Also, the Spurs, though. The Spurs got, you know what I mean? They got a lot of talent in there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though, Mike. The team that want to get Giannis, the team that may be in the market for him, you don't want to give up all your talent to get them because now you right back, maybe even in a worse position than you was before you traded for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you say San Antonio, you know San Antonio, they're going to want Castle. They're going to want maybe not De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is getting paid a lot of bread, though, but they might not want De'Aaron Fox, but they might
want Harper.
Yep. They want Harper. We want him. We want Castle. And then you San Antonio, well, damn, you know what I mean? I ain't got no wing players no more, you know?
Yeah. So but if I'm the Spurs though, you know, those two young horses is they you know what I mean?
I know, I'm trying to hold on to them, man.
Yeah, but I've been saying I think that the Spurs need a point guard though, man.
The thing about it is, man, I think De'Aaron Fox can play the position, Mike. He just fall in love with that jump shot a little bit too much.
Yeah, but you got to be able
shot, man, because I think he can get them in their sets and things like that. But it's like, man, if you know what I mean, he'll sit out there, man. One game, I think he shot maybe 4 for 16 from the floor and 1 for 10, 1 for 11 from 3.
But look at this though, Tom. If you look at all the old school point guards though. I'm not even going to talk about I'm just talking about the middle of the tier, like somebody like a Avery Johnson, somebody like a Derek Fisher.
Right.
You know, they don't shoot 16 times a game.
Yeah.
That's not, you know what I mean? Derek Fisher, remember Derek Fisher hit that shot, that big shot for the Lakers one time, and you know what I mean? You know, you need them to be able to come through in the clutch when it comes to scoring. Same thing with Avery Johnson. Avery hit a couple big shots for the Spurs, right?
Yeah, he did.
You know, but it wasn't no such. You know what I mean? Like the whole game, what they doing is they like a coach on the floor. They managing.
Right.
You setting up Tim Duncan. You setting up Dave Robinson. You know what I mean? You got Mario Elliott. What was it? Sean? What's Sean last name?
Sean
Elliott.
Yeah.
Why are you shooting 16 times a game?
Right.
You know what I mean? And what's the dude? I like Pritchard over in Boston, right? That point guard.
Yeah. I like him.
He's consistent enough that if you back off of him, he gonna score.
Yeah,
but when you play up on him, he gonna run that offense.
Exactly,
you know,
exactly. And another dude we both like, man. What was the one that won the championship with Boston?
Holiday.
Yeah. Drew Holiday. He another one.
Well, Holiday got a championship with
Milwaukee. That's what
Milwaukee
I meant. Milwaukee,
right? Those kind of guards, I think they're gonna come back, Tom.
Yeah.
They're coming back, especially after watching New York this year. You know what they just did in the championship. You need a guard. You know what I mean. Everybody can score, but you need somebody who can who can set those guys up and keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Magic, you know what I mean? Look at Magic Johnson, you know, the way he distributed. Now,
Right.
you know, you try to play off of him come clutch time, and Magic gonna make you pay for it.
Yeah.
But throughout the game, Magic and Magic, what's the other guy named Jason Kidd?
Hell yeah.
Those guys, you know what I mean? Big, what they call Chauncey Billups? What's his name? What's his nickname?
Big Shot. They just call him Big Shot.
Big Shot. Yeah. Those kind of guards, man, it's going back to that because you can't have. I like De'Aaron Fox, man, but I would put him, and that's why I don't know if you was on when I was telling Clayton. I think he's more of a two guard. His playing style,
I think so. Yeah,
his play style is more of a two guard. When you're going to shoot that much, and you know what I mean. So you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Castle, and you got Dylan Harper. All of those, you know, those guys like to score.
Yeah, and remember when De'Aaron Fox was out a couple games, and I don't know who they had playing point guard. That dude had like in 2 games, he had like 20 turnovers.
That was Harper.
That was all. Yeah, like man. Harper. So he out of them, he's the better of the 3 as far as that. I mean, who can play point guard, but yeah, I don't think he's a point guard either. Yeah, I don't think he's a point guard either.
De'Aaron Fox, man, if he could get used to setting the table, he'll have a Hall of Fame type career. You already playing with Wemby, and you got those other guys. You know, if he made up his mind he wanted to play that point guard and set the table for those guys, man, that team will be hard to beat.
I was about to say, Mike, and you know what I mean? They can ride Wemby to some championships and all that type stuff, man. Mm-hmm. He could definitely turn himself into a winner. The thing is with Wemby, though, while we on San Antonio, Wemby, I don't know how you do this. I guess the only way you do it is just by doing it. Mike, he got to play more minutes, man. He be looking gassed in them games, Mike. He be looking gassed, man. You know, he got to get himself conditioned, man. Whereas though he's not tired, man. You know what I'm saying? As the game go on, and Wemby always looked better. Nick Wright said this. Wemby always looked better after he had some rest.
Oh yeah.
He always looked better, man. But you know, as the game go on, man, he seemed to kind of like.
Well,
seem to be in fumes, you know what I'm saying?
He doing too much too as a big man. Remember, like Shaq ain't gonna have the energy of a Derek Fisher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you don't want. I seen Shaq dribble the ball the length of the court.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he ain't gonna make no career out of that.
Right.
You know what I mean. If you got Shaq dribbling the ball the length of the court, then come crunch time, he gonna look like Wemby.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have no leg. He's not gonna be. Wemby wasn't even jumping for some rebound.
I know. Yeah, I saw that, Mike. I say he's not even getting off the floor.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I say he gassed, man.
You know, and it's a lot that goes into, like I was saying, like shooting jumpers and stuff like that, man. For anybody, it just take the aggressiveness away from you.
And Mike, like you know. A jump shot shooter, man, you gotta still have legs at the end of the game. You're shooting a lot of jump shots, man. You know, you gotta have some legs, leak, man. You know.
Yeah. And so he missed a couple open shots in that series coming down. You know, jumpers.
Yeah.
So
he was tired, Mike. Yeah, he was
tired.
Yeah, man.
You play into your opponent's hand, and you know, and Wemby said. We dominated them for the first 3 quarters of all those games. I was like, you didn't dominate. That was their game plan to wear you. It's like the rope-a-dope. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, you throwing a lot of punches, but you're not winning. You're not dominating. Then when it counts.
That's what I'm about to say, Mike. That's not the flex that I believe he think it is, because it's like, man, you dominate the first 3 quarters. Like, all right, so if we run a race, you know what I'm saying? I run out in front of you, but you always catch me and pass me. I don't feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel good about that, man. I gotta learn how to finish, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to finish. And I think there's gonna be some questions that had to be, you know, and they you know, you're a different guy, you're a different type guy, man, different mentality and things like that. But something, man, he gotta get stronger. He gotta get stronger, Mike. He gotta get stronger, man, because they start pushing him around a little bit. Pushing him around a little bit. And first of all, he don't like being down there like that anyway, Mike. Now unless it's on some type of lob, You know what I'm saying? He don't really like being down there. So once he get tired and they bumping him around, he really not going down there. Then, yeah, he really not going down there.
His frustration, you know what I mean? He threw the elbow in the series against OKC.
Yeah,
then you know what I mean. Then he had a little squabble with you know, a couple of New York players.
Yeah,
you know,
Brunson down and all that.
Brunson down and all that stuff. So he get frustrated.
He does. He does.
Get frustrated.
Yeah, he does.
Know? And so that's, you know, and people see that. You know, and like and even before this series, I was like, this kid is gonna cause everybody to bring back those power forwards. You know what I mean? Like that dude Anobli. You know what I mean? He's strong and he athletic. And he could root that guy up out of there, you know. If Wemby try to face you up and go around you, he's still playing into the defense hand. So
and that's what I was saying, Mike. Hey, talking about he's an exceptional ball handler. No, for his size, you always got to qualify that.
Right.
He ain't Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. So they all, man, he is exceptional ball. No, you know, you grade him on a curve because he's 7'5". You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if he got another 7 foot of guarding him, yeah, he can beat him on the dribble. But like you say, he's not handling it like that. You know, no, y'all gotta qualify that, man. Y'all can't just say, you know, he's just exceptional ball. No, he can handle the ball for his size. He's an exceptional ball handler for somebody his size.
Man, them guards, man, and a real good guard is gonna pick him.
Oh, yeah. He gonna pick him. Like you say, he trying to make that move, send him to the help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Overplay one side, and as soon as you send him to here the help come. You know what I'm saying? And they did that a couple times because he was going to that spin move, and they was coming at it, you know what I mean, to rip him. They was coming at it, rip him a couple times.
Yeah. So, and you know, people think that you know, you see somebody with handles and stuff like that. It was only a few people back in the day who had handles that was like that. Isiah was one. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, man, when you get taught how to dribble, people tell you to keep your body in between. You know what I mean? In between the ball and your defender.
Absolutely right.
When you watch Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson always kept you on his hip.
Always. And then he's 6'9", then he holds you. You know what I mean? The ball probably like 6 feet away from you.
Jason Kidd the same way. You know what I mean? People think, this dude got handles, you know, because he back up and then he try to go downhill on you. But that's because the NBA is just so different.
And then, Mike, you know, when we was coming up, you know, playing ball and times before that, dudes come up, and if you reach, they hit you with an elbow, they hit you with a shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Stop reaching. You know, stop reaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Good.
You know, so I just like it because I just think that basketball is gonna get back to being played the way it used to be played, man.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. And going back to the Giannis thing, right? They say the Heat are interested in him, right? I remember Clayton speaking on that too. A couple weeks ago, the Heat interested in him, but they say if that don't fall through, the Heat are also interested in Kawhi. They say interested in Kawhi as well, right? I don't know if they could get both of them. I think they were saying if they can't get Giannis, they'll go after Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? So what you think about that, though, Mike? What you think about that?
Giannis to the Heat, though, man. I'm like, what other assets, whatever weapons they got down there? You know, Bam getting a little. I like Bam. I think
I like Bam too.
You know, whatever weapons do they have down there? That's almost like going back to Milwaukee, but just with a different color jersey on.
Yep.
You know,
and I don't even know. I think Miami covered is bare, man. I don't know what they could give up. You know what I'm saying? That Milwaukee would want in the trade. You know what I'm saying? And Giannis supposed to say, man, he only signed the extension with a couple teams. I don't know who he named, or I don't know. And this all could be rubbish too. This all could be crazy. I don't know if he actually said this, but they named a couple teams he will only sign the extension with. So, you know, a lot of teams that might be willing to trade for him, like, man, I ain't trading all my assets for him, and I only got him for a season or half a season, then he gone. You know.
Yeah.
But Mike, let me ask you this: say if you're a team like OKC, or you're a team like Golden State, would you and then Giannis not going to sign an extension with you, right? Mm-hmm. Would you still trade for him for that one season or half a season to help to see if he can get you over the top to get you another ring? Or you like, nah, man, because you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking long term. I don't want to give up these players and assets just for a rental. You know what I mean? Just for a rental.
Well, just all right, all right, take Golden State first, right?
All right.
If I'm Golden State and I got enough to give up for Giannis, I'll go ahead and do that because you're not gonna have Steph and Draymond for that long anyway.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So they at the end of their careers. You know what I mean? So they downhill, and I can see them selling out for a situation like that. You're like, well, you know, after this year, you can leave anyway, or you can stay.
Right. Yeah, because they probably on their way out as well. We got
right.
Get us another chip, and then yeah.
But if you somebody like OKC and Giannis be like, man, I don't know, I'm telling you, don't sign for me because I'm only gonna stay 1 year.
Right.
And then you got to think about, all right, everything we're gonna give up for 1 year.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's different.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. You gotta look at the team and see what. Yeah, you're right.
But on the other hand, I can't see Giannis telling OKC that or the Spurs something like that. I'm only gonna be there for 1 year.
Yeah,
you know, because both of those guys, they at the top. You know what I mean? At the top of the West.
Right.
So but if I'm depending, if I'm Golden State, I'd be like, yeah, man, I give it, you know, I take that. I roll that
trigger on that. Yeah. That's a good point you make though, because like you said, well, yeah, man, come for a year because Steph probably ain't gonna be here for another 2 or another, you know what I mean, 3 at the most. So yeah, come on and help him get another chip, help him get number 5, and yeah, we good with that. And then you can go wherever you want. So yeah, but it's been trades in the past, and teams wouldn't trade for a guy or traded a player away, saying he was gonna leave in free agency. Man, I ain't want to lose him for nothing. But I'm like, man, he's there now. Let him help you win now. If he can help you win a championship now, let him help you win now. Then hey, you know what I mean? It's all fair. You know what I mean? It's all fair. Let him go. You got your championship, and he let him go somewhere else and get paid. But you know, it seems like a lot of teams don't do that. They don't. They give a guy up, even if a guy is crucial and critical to the team. They trade him away instead of letting them, you know what I mean, finish out and maybe make a run and then let them leave for nothing. They, you know what I mean, they trade them first.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Now they rumoring that Anthony Davis went out of DC, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Number one, what do you think the market is for Anthony Davis? And number two, like if you are a team, would you know, and y'all on a brink of getting something, would you take a chance and bring him in?
Yeah, the thing I would have to consider first is the price point. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's getting a lot of bread. Anthony Davis, you know what I mean, when healthy, in quotations, when healthy, he can help your team. You know what I'm saying? And he's a solid defender, above solid. You know what I mean? He's a solid when healthy. Never been an Anthony Davis fan like that. But
yeah,
if say like if you could get a team like say like OKC, say the Giannis thing ain't happening, right? And you got an OKC team, and you like, man, can you bring Anthony Davis in here? And you ain't giving him a lot of bread. You might give up a couple draft picks or whatever. I might pull the trigger on that. Pull the trigger on that. Yeah, as long as I ain't giving up my core. You know what I'm saying? As long as I ain't giving up my core, I might pull the trigger on that. And there might be a few other teams that, you know what I'm saying, that make you what about Minnesota? Would you pull the trigger if you Minnesota? I'm trying to think of other teams that might be in the mix. Not Denver, because I don't even know if him and Joker could play together in Denver like that. But you know, like a team that's on the, you know what I mean, that's on the cusp like that. Would you bring him in? But personally, Mike, I wouldn't. Unless I'm like KC and I'm not giving up a lot for him. If I'm not giving up a lot. I'm not giving up a whole boatload for not at this point in his career. Not in this point in his career. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I think about him. I think like I thought DC was a good look for him to maybe rebound his, you know what I mean, like his image and everything, go in there and do some things with him and Trae Young.
Yep, they got,
you know what I mean? They got some horses already, you know what I mean? They got some good pieces over there already. Then on top of that, you got like you said, they get ready to get somebody good in the draft. You know, so I thought it'd been, you know, I don't know, man. I wouldn't. That's not a move. I wouldn't want to bring him in, especially.
Why do you think what's the name gave him up though? Dallas.
Because he can't stay healthy though, Tom. He can't stay healthy.
I thought he would be able to help Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I thought he'd be able to help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he healthy, man, he playing, you know, up to his, you know, playing like he played, yeah, man, that would have been a good look with him and Cooper Flag, right? And if Kyrie healthy in the mix,
Kyrie,
I like that.
I heard Kyrie naming some talk or some trade. They say Andy Edwards won him up in Minnesota, right? There's another team that pulls a damn, right? Who was it? It wasn't Houston. I heard Houston with Giannis. I heard that rumor with Houston and Giannis. I
didn't think about Houston and Giannis.
Yeah, I heard about Houston and Giannis, right?
Yeah. What about if you Houston, what's your next move though? Do you get rid of
point guard, Mike?
Yeah.
I gotta get, like you say, I ain't gotta go get damn Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And look, if Van Vliet come back and he okay, and you know what I mean, he healthy, that should be enough.
Right,
you know
right.
Like that should be enough. You know what I'm saying? But I never understood them when he went down, man. Them not going to get a point guard. I never understood that, man. I never understood.
People told them that from day one. You know, they were like, "You're gonna need a point guard.
You're gonna need a point guard, man." You know what I'm saying? And Mike, you know what's the difference between being able to handle the ball and being a point guard? People don't know. People think if you can dribble, you can be a point guard. That's not true. That's not the case, man. You know what I'm saying? Being a point guard got a lot more to do with just being able to dribble.
Yeah. That's why people never really considered Allen Iverson a point guard. You know, it was always Eric Snow. And Eric Snow and Allen Iverson just had two different mentalities. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they did two different, and it was noticeable. You know what they did, but man, you know that point guard position definitely gonna have to come back for a lot of teams.
Yeah, but that's what I would address first, Mike, because I think that made them not having a point guard. I think it hurt Şengün, Mike. I think it hurt his play this year, and them not having a point guard, man. Because
and Thomas, what's his name? Amin Thomas. It hurt him too.
Yeah, Amin Thomas.
It hurt him. It hurt both of those guys, man.
Because Şengün really wasn't as involved as he was, you know what I'm saying, last season. He really wasn't as involved, man. His participation went down, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't as active and things like that because he wasn't getting the ball in the spots.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't getting the ball in the spots. Yeah, man. Yeah, so they got to bring a point guard in. That would be priority number one. I don't think the whole thing with KD works, man. And maybe if a point guard come, maybe it'll look different. And maybe they have some success. You know what I'm saying?
But so if you bring in a point guard, though, and you still got Kevin Durant there, right? Then you need Kevin Durant to buy into that system that, like, all right, look, this we're gonna run our offense like this.
Right.
You know, we're not gonna feature you every time down the court. You know what I mean? Because this is our offense. You know, with Kevin Durant is used to isolating.
Yeah.
But he haven't really had a whole lot of success playing that style, whereas though, you know, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if he could run with a somebody like a Chris Paul type, or a point guard.
Do you think Durant still should be their number one option there?
As a team is set up now, if I got a point guard, he my number one. Kevin Durant still my number one option.
Yeah, he is.
But the point guard is also going to have Şengün be involved. Amin Thomas going to be involved.
Right.
Just like
a lot more.
Yeah. Like when Holiday, like when you Drew Holiday, what he did in Milwaukee with
Giannis and Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton, and you get the Porter. What was it?
Porter. You had Middleton, Porter, Giannis.
And everybody was happy. You know what I mean? And he played tough defense.
Oh yeah, he strapped up too. You know what I'm saying? He strapped up too.
Yeah, man. So but you know, when you got that kind of point guard, then you can do things like that. But you can't have Şengün taking turns with Kevin Durant scoring. You know what I mean? This time, you go. Kevin Durant should know better than he did that in Phoenix, and it didn't
Right.
work.
Right. See, and I like Udoka, right? And I want to know, it didn't come out if this did happen, but like, was him and Kevin Durant bumping heads? You know what I mean? Like, because Udoka, number one, is defense. You know what I mean? That's his thing. You know what I mean? Defense. You bring a star and a superstar, a mega superstar in Kevin Durant. Everybody was saying he's the piece that would put Houston over the top and things like that. And then things not working. And then Kevin Durant, he get the sulking, he get the complaining, he get mad at players taking shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like KD, you can't be doing that, man. You can't be doing that here. They showed on the court one time, some dude took a shot. KD was open, but the guy took the shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put his palms up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Goddamn, KD, you ain't got to touch it every time down the court. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what you just said. KD got to buy into that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be trips down the court, KD, that you might not touch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might not touch it. Yeah, and you got to be all right with that. You gotta be all right with that. But
I mean, after all the years he's been in the league, he should, you know what I mean? That's how basketball is. Sometimes, these young dudes will jack up a shot before you even get cross half court, and it just comes with the territory.
Right.
I
think, man, if every time down, man, it's like, and he not a post player. KD ain't a post player. So every time down, we gotta force it to you. You know what I mean? They get predictable. They get predictable, man, and they get easier to defend, man, like that. You know.
So I'm curious to see if what Houston do with Kevin Durant, if they keep
him. Man. Yeah.
And I just think that I thought they made a mistake when they got rid of that kid Jalen Green.
Yeah, man. I always liked Jalen Green.
Yeah,
man.
I thought when he had a horrible playoff the year before.
Yeah.
But this year at Phoenix, he looked good. They came into the playoffs, man, and he looked like he just comfortable in that playoff atmosphere.
Yeah.
He played a lot better this year. So I was like, yeah, man, sometimes you just gotta let these kids, develop.
Yeah, and I don't know if health played a part in that too, Mike. I don't know how healthy he was. You know what I'm saying? That could have been a reason why he ain't looked well.
You're right. It could have been a health type thing too.
Right. But I always like Jalen Green, man. I always like him, man.
Yeah, I like him, man. He looked good, like I said, this season with Phoenix, man. But a lot of teams out there don't even have a point guard, Tom.
Right, man. Right, man. It used to be, man, when you could get a point guard. I ain't talking about elite. But like a middle of the pack point guard, then it used to be like they was a dime a dozen, man. Like you could get one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't. But it is, Mike. A lot of teams, man, don't think that's an important position. They don't value that position like they did at one time, man. They don't value that position, almost like the running back position in the NFL. But like you said, it's coming back. It's coming back.
I don't see why though, man, because like when you get into playoffs and championship type basketball, man, then you see teams turning the ball over 20 plus times a game. I remember watching the Lakers go back and forth with the Pistons, man. It was, back and forth. And they was just waiting, one team just waiting for the other team to blink and make a mistake.
That's how it was.
Isiah not turning the ball over, Magic not turning the ball over.
Man. Yeah. You ain't gonna miss shots. You're gonna miss shots. But you can't turn that ball over, man.
Yeah. Everybody wait for somebody to blink, man. Dribbled off your foot, off your leg or something. Or you know what I mean, make an elevated pass. But you talking about that's professional basketball, but man.
It was highlighted in that San Antonio Knicks series, man. It was highlighted, and you brought up the term positionless basketball, man. Yeah. And I was saying about Wemby, even though you can bring the ball up to the front court, that don't mean you should.
Yeah,
That don't mean you should be doing it just because you have the ability to do it. That don't mean you should be doing
it. Yeah.
But like you said, they grab and go. He looked at Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine any point guard, 20 years ago, a big get the ball and he see the big and turn his back to him. You know what I'm saying? He see the big, turn his back to him and start running up court. That never happens.
No. You never seen a Kareem do it. You never seen Hakeem do it. You never seen Patrick do it.
And I'm going to go to the other side. You never seen a Kevin Johnson turn his back to a big and run up court. You know what I'm saying? You got Tim Hardaway turn his back to a big and run up court. Yeah.
It just don't make no sense, man. It just.
And Pop, well, I was talking to Pop, man, about it, and he said, man, when he was in school, like if the point guard wouldn't come back to get the ball, they make him run suicides.
Yeah.
Like that's your point guard responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You got to come back and get the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So. And that's like I try to tell people, man, like that. Those you got away with that during the regular season. And so if a team's scouting you and they watch, they be like, oh man, he like to bring the ball up. They're big man like to bring the ball up.
Right.
And so if you scouting a team and you like, that's not you hoping that big man bring the ball up in the pressure situation, and sure enough, it come back to bite you and to haunt you. Or if they turn the ball over a lot, you know what I mean? And you say, all we got to do is cut back on our turnover.
But see, Mike, if he'd have gotten the front court, I would think he would have to get the ball up then, right?
Yeah.
He can't initiate the offense. Now he was just going to shoot a three or go one-on-one, whatever who was defending him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got up court, you still got to hand the ball off to the what's the name, to the point guard.
Yeah. You got to give it up.
So
how many 7-footers going to be like out at the top
right?
You know what I mean, waiting for everybody to come down,
right?
So he can set the offense,
right.
It's just,
it's just waiting for the point guard to come back to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know that term, Mike. Turn them. You know, the dude bring the ball up the court, turn them. It ain't necessarily trying to steal the ball from them, you know what I mean? But turn them that way. Turn them that way. You know what I'm saying? Turn them that way. You waste time.
Do they even do that anymore? Like when we used to practice drill, like the slide drill.
Yep.
You bring the ball out from under the basket, you turn them at the free throw, then you turn them at the half court line, then you turn them at the, you know what I mean, all the way down the court. You had to at least turn your ball. You
had to turn the ball
at least 3 times. You turn the ball handle at least 3 times.
Yep.
You had to cut them off, then sprint and then cut them off again.
Exactly.
Then,
like you say, Mike, that was the drill.
Yeah.
That was the drill. You had to, you know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily trying to steal it, but you know what I mean, had to turn them. You know what I mean? And that other term, make them work. Make them work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, make them work.
So when you turn them, and then some guys got so good at turning, like when they turned you, if you didn't switch the ball over into to that other hand in time enough, they'll pick your pocket, be going the other way.
They'll get you, yeah.
Like, man, that's bad. You know what I mean? That was like a chess. It was like playing chess.
Yeah.
You had to,
and that's why I say a lot of, that young coach in San Antonio, I mean, he was called out on it, not taking time out, you know what I mean? Things like that. And Mike, I'm gonna tell you this, man. It got where as though I think how they ain't value the point guard position as much. I think because when what's the name of them won them championships without a traditional point guard, Michael Jordan and them.
Mm-hmm.
When they won them championships without a traditional type point guard. I think people say, well, man, we can make this work without having Magic Johnson or Isaiah Thomas type thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at Miami when they won. They had Mario Chalmers. You know what I mean? He was still a point guard, though. He was still a point guard. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, man, we could look at Golden State when what's the name was there primarily he ran the offensive sets. I can't even think of his name. Draymond. Yeah, Draymond. So you know what I mean? They was like, well, man, we don't really need teams look at like, man, we don't really need a traditional type point guard, man. But
they just put a bunch of swing players in there. You know what I mean? A bunch of athletes. It's either 3 points or dunking, right?
Yep.
So now, no power forwards.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like those, like you remember, you could see a guy in college, man, be a swing player and just be lighting it up. Mm-hmm. But then when you come to you know what I mean, you got to go against Buck Williams, Terry Cummings, Kevin Willis, the Davis boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like layups layups is hard to come by. You're not gonna be running no layup line in no NBA game, man.
Al Harrington was talking about that. I don't know what platform I saw him on, but Al Harrington was speaking on that, man. He was talking about the playoffs, and he was just saying like how critical possessions were. Mm-hmm. How coaches stressed that.
Yeah.
Critical, you know what I mean? Where they, man, like, man, we need a good shot. You know what I'm saying? And we need a good shot. So this is what we had to do getting our sets, man. You know what I mean? You had to make sure you screen the right person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And defensively, man, you had to fight over a lot of them picks. You had to fight through them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's a lot of times now, Mike, because everybody's switching everything. There's not no resistance now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you come down and you switching off to a mismatch. It's not, they not trapping. I didn't see a lot of that where they trapping because they should have did that to Brunson one time where they came down and screened the guy that was playing him, but they didn't jump him. You know what I mean? They should have just jumped him right there, banked him, you know, make him pick it up.
Yeah.
Make him pick it up. But I didn't see a lot of that either, man. That's another thing that you ask yourself: Are they coaching that way? Are they coaching that way? But you know, they switch everything, man. And a lot of times, man, you can't switch everything.
No.
You got to fight through that, man.
Like, you know, even in playground ball, like, you know, them old dudes are like, man, you better fight through that pick because you creating mixed matches. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have your center on a point guard isolating. You know what I mean? In a pickup basketball game, they be like, "Lord, man, you gotta fight through that."
Right, and then Mike, you know, if the team know you gonna switch it, they not even setting a hard pick, Mike. They just getting in the way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because they know you're gonna switch it, so they not even setting like a hard pick where they like hitting you, like nailing you. You know what I'm saying? They just switch. All right, you switch off. You just switch. And like you say, mismatches are created. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like, man, that's a good deal, man. You know, you playing pickup ball, and then you like, oh, you can't do that. Man, half the time they ain't even want you on the court, and then if you talk about you holler out pick, man, you old dudes would stop that game, man, and man, be like, man, get his punk ass off this court, man. Like, man, you gotta fight through that. What you talking about? Pick, holler out. You know what I mean? Pick, switch.
Right. We was playing a pickup game one time, man, up at Drew Hill, man. I can count on my hand, man. One hand, how many times I played up Drew Hill court, man. I ain't play up there a lot at all.
Yeah.
But we was playing up there, man. I say, man, they not switching or nothing on the pick. And it wasn't even a pick. It was almost like we just getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like you just crisscross, and they wasn't playing it. Mike, we was getting so many layups, man. It was funny, man. They wasn't even playing it, man. It was like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it just don't. You know, you got to fight through that, man.
Right, man. And I don't see that no more, Mike.
Nah,
more switching because you, like you say, everybody the same size, everybody the same height, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 4, and everybody can switch, so they switch everything.
Yeah.
They switch everything. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, let me ask you, you watching any of the WNBA, man?
No, but I've been watching, I've been reading, keeping up on. They say, man, they're getting tired of Caitlin Clark, man. I wish Clayton was on here, man, to give a little bit more insight on it.
Yeah.
They tired of Clayton Clark, you know, her antics and, you know, whining and fussing at the referees and things like that. But I see your thing up there, top 25 NBA player. All I know is that sister out with Vegas, man. I ain't even up on WNBA like that, but I'm putting her at number 1. I know.
Asia Wilson.
I'm putting her at number 1, and I don't even know as much. I don't know nothing about WNBA like you and Clayton do, boy. But I put her at number 1. That's for sure.
There's been some good games, man. This rookie young lady, Olivia Miles, man, this young
the one
lady.
with the bush.
Yeah. She is. Man, I like Olivia Miles.
She's a rookie.
Yeah, she a rookie. She the real deal, though, man. I like her, man. She the real deal.
Where she go to school, Mike?
She played first. She started out at Notre Dame. Then she went to from Notre Dame. She went to TCU, I think it was, in college, right?
Yeah.
That's the young lady with the afro, man. But she is really good, man. And a lot of people saying that the other the other girl fell from she fell from grace. What's her name? Caitlin Clark. But the thing is, though, I just think that the WNBA to me is just kind of physical. More physical than like what it was in college, right?
Right.
And so Yeah, man. Who they got ranked in here at this number 2? They got the young lady Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, I remember her. I
Yeah,
remember
Skylar Diggins.
she
She
went to
played for.
Notre Dame, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her. I remember her.
They got Skylar Diggins ranked number 25. Then they got Gabby Williams from the Valkyries. She ranked number 24.
Okay.
Satu Sabale, she ranked number 23.
All right.
I like this young lady right here, Kalia Copper. She at Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, she really good. Then Veronica Burton. I'm not too really the Valkyries got a really good team.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Valkyries. I like the Valkyries. Angel Reese, she number 20 in the league.
Okay.
Yeah. And
they say she's playing okay down in Atlanta too. They say she's playing okay.
I think Angel Reese, in my opinion, she's starting to really fit into her role. You know what I mean? I seen her one time dribble the ball the length of the court, but for the most part, she really stick to what she's doing well at. She, rebound. You know what I mean? She get the ball, put it back up. I seen her get rebounds, and she kicking it out to the young lady on the team, Ryan Howard. You know what I mean? Okay. So she kicking the ball out. Yeah. And so, and Ryan Howard is ranked number 18. In the top 25. Yeah. So then you got Chelsea Gray out of Vegas. Dang. Then you got Bree Jones. Let me see. Now we're getting down to Kayla McBride in Minnesota.
I heard that name. Yeah, I heard that name.
Yeah, the Minnesota Lynx, man. I'm telling you, man, they got that young lady, man. I just like, man, you get a chance to watch the Lynx, watch that kid, Olivia Miles. I'm telling
you. Yeah. I heard that name before. I heard that name.
Olivia Miles, man, with that big Angela Davis afro.
Yeah.
She's serious. Then Neka Ugamu. How you pronounce her name? Her sister.
I wouldn't even know. Know.
Neka Ugamu. I forgot how you pronounce her name, but she ranked number 14. Sabrina Ionescu, right? I haven't really seen a whole bunch of Sabrina Ionescu this year. I think she out hurt, but she ranked number 13.
Yeah, I heard that name. I'm familiar with that name too.
Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu. Then her teammate Jonquel Jones is ranked number 12.
Okay.
Yeah, then you got Kelsey Plum. That's Clayton girl, Kelsey Plum.
I'm familiar with her.
Yeah, Clayton dig her. Then you got number 10. You got Jackie Young.
Okay.
Yeah, she came up big last year in that during the championships.
Right.
For Vegas. Yeah, Aaliyah Boston, she ranked number 9.
Yeah, I'm down with
Yeah. Who you got? Kelsey Mitchell, she ranked number 8.
Okay.
For them. So that's
I get
good.
most of my WNBA knowledge from you and Clayton, man. I get most of my NBA knowledge from you and Clayton. Yep.
Man, it's been some really good some good games, man. I like some of these teams, like the new team. What's the team? Portland got a team.
Mm-hmm.
I think Toronto got a team.
Okay.
The Valkyries is new. This is their second year. The Valkyries. Let me see. Brianna
where
Stewart.
are they, Mike? Where the Valkyries? Where they at? In Golden State?
Golden State.
Yeah.
They're in Golden State. So yeah, what's Brianna Stewart? She ranked number 7.
Yeah, I'm down with her. Yeah.
Let me see. Alicia Gray. She is she number 6.
Yep, I'm down with her too.
Paige, I like watching this kid right here, Paige Beck. I like watching her play.
Yeah, I heard y'all talk about her too.
Yeah, she is. Now they got her listed as a point guard, but she more of a 2 guard though, Tom, because she can score on anybody at any time, man. It's just that sometimes they say she's a little bit too unselfish.
Oh yeah, they want to be a little bit more aggressive.
Now they got Caitlin Clark ranked at number 4 out of the top 25, so that ain't bad.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me see if they say where she was previously last year. But yeah, she ranked number 4, so that ain't bad out of 25.
I don't know.
And they got Alyssa Thomas at number 3, which I don't, I'm not really a big Alyssa Thomas fan, but
yeah.
I think
what position she played, Mike?
Alyssa Thomas is like the forward.
Okay.
Yeah, she a forward.
Okay.
Then they got Nafisa Kalia. She ranked number. Yeah.
So Nafisa Kalia ranked number 2.
Yeah. Asia Wilson is number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I was,
That's a solid list.
yeah, yeah.
Solid list.
Some people just not really, yeah, man. But yeah, you got to check out some of them games though, man. The WNBA games. Hey, what's going on, Retro? Yeah, you
So
got
what's
to
that?
check out some of them
Yeah, yeah.
games because there've been some good games, very competitive. Retro said that's a bogus list. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think if you check different lists, they might have different players going to come
Right,
up in
right,
different
right,
lists.
right. That number
Yeah,
one shouldn't be no different though.
no, you're gonna have AD.
That number
Yeah.
one position shouldn't be no different though. That's for sure.
And number two too, because I think Fee
Yeah.
is like the number 2 in the league, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so number 1 and number 2, yeah, ain't no doubt about those guys, those two, man. But did me and you talk about was you on the week when we spoke about remember what's the young lady? The coach who said that you can't win with small
Oh,
guards,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
were at
yeah, yeah. What's her name?
Becky Hammond.
Becky Hammond. Yeah.
You was on that week?
I was on 1 week. I don't know how many times y'all covered it, but I was on 1 week. She was saying that. I was
Yeah,
on 1
yeah.
week. Yeah, she was talking about that because she said she ain't think Brunson, you know what I mean, could lead a team to the championship or whatever. And
Yeah, Brunson was that dude.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
And so, and like if you disagree with it, I think that's cool. That's everybody entitled to their opinion.
Right.
But what's the guy named Kenya Martin was they was discussing it on his show, and he was like, man, first of all, how is why would anybody pay any attention to anything that Becky Hammond have to say, right? And I was like, man, when you look at Becky Hammond, like her record as a coach and as a player, man, she don't know nothing else. She know basketball.
Right,
so you just can't dismiss her.
That's what I was saying. Like, why you would be so dismissive? Like you say, you can disagree. You know what I'm saying all day long, but you can't just dismiss.
Right? Yeah, like she don't know what she's talking about. She was assistant coach for the Spurs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She got 4 WNBA championships, you know what I mean, under her belt. She played, professionally herself.
Yep.
So
I just she coached the men in the summer league for the Spurs. Then she coached
won a championship.
Yeah. She coached the men in the summer league.
Yeah. So and she coached the Spurs and won a summer league championship. So if she don't know, she just as knowledgeable about basketball than than any dude is.
That's right.
I don't think that Coach Popovich is going to have her, on a team just for the sake of having her on there. She just
exactly.
People time is valuable. They don't have time to be playing those type of games.
Right.
Yeah. Most of that's a good point. Retro. Yeah, a lot of those coaches that they play in the W, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to give her respect because.
And she said, "Prove me wrong." She said, she said, "I don't think it can happen, but hey, prove me wrong."
Yeah. And and like I told Clayton last week, I didn't think that Brunson could do it either as a number 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm talking from a historical. You know what I mean? Like you only seen Allen Iverson get to the championship.
Yep.
Isiah Thomas got his team to the championship.
Yep.
Steph Curry, you know what I mean? Like that's 3 guards. You know what I mean? So you seen Steph Curry, but other than that,
I would always say, what's the name? Because I ain't think Clyde was as big as he was. Clyde Frazier. I thought Clyde was the little guy. And Pop like, no, Clyde wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Clyde wasn't no little guy. Yeah. I always thought Clyde was, like a little guy. I think Clyde was maybe like 6'4"?
Yeah.
I think Clyde was like 6'4" or something. He wasn't no little dude.
Yeah, so
matter of fact, I'm gonna see Pop today. I'm gonna ask him how tall Clyde was. Yeah, I'm gonna see him today. Because Pop, when they was playing, they looked at Clyde like the standard as far as point guards. You know what I mean? He's like, man, he'll bust your ass in here, lock you up. You know what I'm saying? He'll bust your ass in here, lock you up. You know what I mean?
Well, so think about it, though. like the prototypical point guard in the NBA is about 6'4".
Yeah.
When you look at Chauncey Billups, he's 6'4".
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean? You look at
Jason
Kidd. Jason Kidd 6'5".
Yep.
Then you talk about Darren Williams. You know what I mean? Darren Williams is about 6'4", 6'5".
6'4", 6'5". Yep.
Brandon Roy, 6'4", 6'5".
Yep.
You know, they can, like you said, they can score on you and they can lock you up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just was hard. I don't know, how tall was Terry Porter when he was with Portland? He was like about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, yep.
Because he was taller than Isiah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
He was taller than Isiah.
Yep.
Isiah about 6'1", 6 foot 6'1".
Yep. You're right.
That, you know, prototypical point guards, that's, you know what I mean? And I always say this, right? Like, European basketball players and foreign they never can give us a prototypical point guard. Their point guards have to be, because they have to have a built-in advantage, right? You're not going to get a 6'4" point guard from Europe, because, and the reason why I said that, well, I haven't seen a 6'4" point guard from Europe, and the reason why I said that is because the point guards, American point guards are stronger and more athletic at that size. And you know what I mean? Because if you bring a point guard over here from Europe, the European league, they're going to have a built-in advantage, whereas though you create an advantage for them because they're not going to be as athletic and strong to be able to push other guards around.
And what you think, that's just how they play? That's just how their game is played over there, Mike? You think that's what it is?
I think, because I think that their game is not as physical. So those guys, you know what I mean? Like remember, what was the guy, Rubio? What was Rubio's first name?
Marco
Rubio.
Yeah.
He was a point guard, came from Europe, right? But he was a good point guard for that European style of basketball. But when you get over here and you got to play physical, you know what I mean? It's just a different, it's just a whole different animal.
And they was hyping that guy up something terrible, man. They was hyping that guy up something terrible. Now he could play.
He could play.
But all that revolutionized the, you know what I mean, the position and all that, man. Come on, man. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. It's just so much more physical over here. So you have to have like somebody that's you know, like have a built-in advantage. They got to have a height advantage. You know, and I agree with Retro. Like the foreign basketball players the WNBA ball players are coming over, and they, you know, they having a lot of success. They killing it. You know, so. Yeah, they are killing it.
Yeah.
Dominique Malongo. She's 20 and can
dunk.
What team? I forgot what team does Malongo play for though. Yeah, I forgot what team she played for, but yeah, man.
That's the sister that got caught overseas with the drugs. What's her name, Mike? Damn, I can't think of her
name. Yeah, I forgot.
She's still playing. She's still playing.
She with Phoenix.
Okay, all right.
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner. She's still playing. Okay,
yeah, she's still with Phoenix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's been in the league for a while, ain't she?
Yeah.
Been in the league for a long time.
Thanks, Retro. Yeah. Brittany Griner been in the league for a long time. Yeah.
She's been in it for a minute. I ain't heard her name in a while. That's why I asked.
Yeah, because like right now her team really not doing that, you know, really.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. What you got going on for the rest of the day, Tom?
Man, we going over my uncle's house, man. He having something over there, man, this afternoon. So we're gonna shoot over there. And having the grill, you know, throw something on the grill or whatever, man. We'll do that. Definitely Pop won't be there. Gotta hand him his Father's Day gift, and D'Angelo,
man,
his Father's Day gift, man. But we ain't gonna hang too late, man, because like I say, man, that schedule of mine, man, you know what I'm saying? Might that alarm clock be going off, man, quarter at the 2, man. I be wanting to cry like a baby, man.
Yeah,
I be wanting to cry like a baby, but so we ain't gonna hang too long, but that's what's on the
Thanks, Retro. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. But that's all. I mean, that's on the agenda for the day. That's it. We did a little running around yesterday, man. Everywhere was crowded too, boy. You know what I mean? Everywhere was crowded, man. Yeah, we did a little running around. Man, we had to go get the truck. What you call it? The emissions.
Oh, okay.
Man, I think $30, man. So I'm like, it's $30, Mike. So I'm like, well, you can do it yourself. That's $26.
Yeah.
They gonna get you coming and going, boy. They gonna get you.
Yeah.
If you do all the work, you're only saving $4. I'm like, no, they gonna do it. You know what I mean? No,
y'all.
That's y'all job. Y'all gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why. Like when I go to the market, man, you know, I always let them ring my stuff up, man.
Right.
I'm not
doing that stuff checkout. Yeah.
I'm not no cashier, man. I'm off work.
Right.
No.
Right. Then you want me to be just as good as you at it. You know what I mean? This ain't my job.
Yeah, then you know what I mean? If I go on the market like price check, then they be like, I'm out of line. Man, I'll be like, man, price check.
Right. Man. But that's it, man. You got any plans?
No, man, I probably go down to my sister's house for a few, you know what I mean? I don't want to hang out too late though.
Right. I'm the same way, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way, man. I want to be back at it, want to relax for a couple hours before I'm back at it tomorrow. You know what I'm
saying? Tell your pops, man. I said enjoy his Father's Day.
I sure will, man. Tell Tyrell, man, and the brothers, man, that wasn't able to make it, man. Brother Clayton, brother Jim, brother man. You know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day to you guys, man. Respect.
Yeah.
But Mike, man, go. I'll check in with you later on in the week, though, Mike.
All right, I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me, man. All right,
thanks. All right, man. Yeah, Retro, I agree. I hate self-checkout. But yeah, man. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, y'all tune in next Sunday at 11 a.m. And I think next Sunday we'll probably be talking more about some WNBA, but hopefully. And enjoy your day, Retro. I'll talk to y'all next weekend. Peace.